Don't forget to like and subscribe!
Alright, Cyno, what do you got for us? It's been a minute since we went to Sumeru.
Academia sure is busy during the day. But where should we go looking for people that we know?
Probably inside,
Traveler.
or, you know, just walking by.
It's been so long since we last saw you!
You look like you've been keeping well.
As do you. You don't seem weary at all from your travels. If anything, you seem stronger.
But of course, we got Hydro, even though it's really bad for the traveler.
So, what brings you back here?
Oh, nothing in particular. Paimon just saw a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly missed all our friends in Sumeru.
I don't buy it.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner. I look forward to hearing about your travels.
It's
Something
good that
tells me we must have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, we do. It's good about that the boys keep having
You were
dinners
thinking
with
of
each other.
us too? What a coincidence!
Indeed. Or as I call it, the biryani factor.
Oh my god. Yeah, we know this is a setup.
You really want me to say the rest? Okay. It's always rice to meet stew again.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, darn, he said it.
Well, yeah, I win the bet. Oh man, that's funny.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time. Admit the truth. You have long been in awe of my razor-sharp wit.
I don't know about that.
Alright, here's your 500 Mora.
Thanks, Cyno. Feels good to hit the jackpot. Yeah.
You're exaggerating. It's only 500 Mora.
Hey, 500 Mora is still a lot of snacks to Paimon.
I'm sure that can buy a lot of food, yeah.
All right. I'll treat you to some desserts later. Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case right now. My mind is focused on work, which is why I didn't complete the joke at first.
A case? What happened?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved, I decided, on reflection, to handle this one myself.
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can, you know...
Yeah, go for food.
Such enthusiasm. Are you worried I'll forget about treating you to some sweets if you're not around to remind me?
No.
What? No! Alright, was it really that obvious?
Obvious enough. Still, it's a fine idea. You are the heroes of Sumeru. It makes perfect sense to work together. All right, follow me.
Sounds good. I wonder who we're going to see. Or is it just Cyno? Oathkeeper, okay. Follow Cyno, okay.
Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Yeah, what about him?
Is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamod sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Oh, damn.
Huh? Cyno's teacher is in trouble?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
I couldn't tell you.
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Maybe a student with a vendetta, I guess.
Ah, Cyno. Now who do we have here? Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white? A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Yep,
Wow,
that's us.
looks like we're really famous.
Well, I mean, we did rescue the Denjo Archon out of prison,
I've told
so
him
yeah.
about you before. You are my friends, after all.
Good to meet you, sir. We're here to help Cyno.
That's right. Let me summarize the situation. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
A
Okay.
threat letter?
Seems par for the course at this moment. If you played, was it
Exactly. Who sends a threat
The
letter to an
Novelette
old man
one?
like me, for goodness sake?
the Novelette story quest? They also got a threat letter.
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million mora at the back door of the cafe. Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra, there will be consequences.
Well, by consequences be coming.
Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Nope.
Clearly, this person must be desperate for Mora.
10 million more. What a joke. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million more, huh? In my tomatoes?
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon, let's put our heads together.
Ready when you are.
Paimon's ready too.
All right, take a look. Do you see anything suspicious?
Not really. I mean, there's some stains, but it's fine. And the symbol in the background, I don't know if that's significant. From Cyno's description, it sounds like the threat letter didn't come in an envelope. It was simply written on a crude piece of paper and left for Cyrus to find. The paper, the ink? The ink, maybe?
Yes. Some of the strokes are blurry.
So is there something wrong with the ink?
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained, almost as if it's made from some sort of plant matter.
I see.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not?
I don't think so, because they would have used the academia paper, right?
Check this out. Looks like this part got wet at some point.
Agreed. The staining suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water. It also looks like it was wiped off with a damp cloth.
A colored liquid. So, tea? Wine?
Those are the only two.
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Arov. There are some things I'll need him to take care of.
Okay.
Arav. Ah, there he is.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello.
It's been a while.
I don't remember who you are. Cyno briefs Arab on the case.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia. Somebody young and strapped for cash. Oh, one last thing. I'd start your investigation by taking a look at the cafes in the city.
Oh, of course! You think the culprit spilled their coffee on the ladder, huh?
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process. The kind often provided as writing material for customers in cafes and taverns.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now. Zaha Hadi bought some a while back. She said she was going to use it as wrapping paper for a vase.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. and change into plain clothes. Don't let them see you coming.
Right, so you don't get like...
Will do.
So you don't tip them off, you
Great
know?
thinking, Cyno. So, where do we think the culprit's at right now?
I doubt they go back to the cafe. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, they've probably been lying low at home waiting to see how Cyrus reacts.
You're right, Paimon.
Really? Which part?
The culprit's approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know what he'll do next. So, like you said, they need to wait and see. And crucially, the culprit said they'd be watching the Professor's every move.
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
What?
Found you!
I doubt that it's him.
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter!
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden for someone reckless enough to threaten Professor Cyrus. There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when Mahamatra Cyno shows up, right? So I got a little curious. What's the big deal?
Right.
You smiled when Arav left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a crime now?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. All to create the impression that the letter was written at a cafe. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long as the Matra were focused on the cafes, you would be free from scrutiny. The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the Professor's movements.
You can't pin this on me. I haven't done anything.
Yeah, and that's a lot of speculation without evidence, right?
Really? Then why are you shaking like a leaf? The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. But you, your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching. You're a terrible liar.
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price. Now come with me.
Well, that was over quickly. Cyno already caught the guy.
Is it actually?
You're
I don't
telling
know.
me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up with Cyno. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so fast.
Yeah, that was...
The culprit's name is Uraka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoish Darshan.
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30-something.
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, seriously.
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
We questioned the culprit regarding his motives. He...
Oh, just spit it out.
Right.
Nothing can surprise me at this point.
Very well. It's our understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of Mora.
I see.
Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
Is this going somewhere?
Right.
Oh, right, yes.
What's the point?
So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
Apparently.
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring, and kept it for himself instead of reporting it to the academia. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. And given your advanced age, he thought you'd be an easy target to blackmail.
Well, he thought wrong.
Rocker, I'm at a loss for words. I'm so angry I don't know where to start.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor Cyrus has never embezzled a mora in his life.
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid
Yeah,
that course of
they're not
action
going
goes
to.
against the Matra's principles.
Professor, there's no need to be childish about this.
Oh, come on. I was clearly joking.
Were you? I don't think you were.
Where does this go from here?
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individuals spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman on the street, there could be a slander case here. The Matra will continue to investigate.
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new rumor. You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any mora to him. The whole thing sounds a lot worse than it is. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
And I don't know if you care about that.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parents. Their family lives in the city, yes?
I would assume.
Correct.
Okay.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants and they're often away on business. They've never taken much of an active role in their children's lives.
I see. Then why did they have the kid in the first place?
Oh, what a mess. You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the family tonight. We have to show them how serious this situation is.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment. You can hold on to the letter for now. Just make sure to return it within a couple of days.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days?
Give or take. Cases like this are quick to resolve.
Very
That's
good.
good.
Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps we can all go for a meal together. Oh, my treat, of course.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment. Enjoy the meal, everyone.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Cyno, you have to come. You found the culprit at record speed, and I owe you for that. Ah, and
He
is
might
it
not have
Tainari in
time.
town at the moment? Bring him along, too.
Oh, is he?
Wait, you mean Tainari's in the city?
We might, yeah.
He is.
Oh,
Tainari's
nice.
master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the academia to help out on a project. They should be at Nephis's office at this hour. Though I must say,
Sick.
I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tainari. Did you do something to offend Sir Nephis?
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. It's never the other way around. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tainari. I'll head over to the tavern with the Traveler and Paimon. See you there. Go on now. Don't keep us waiting.
So Tainari and Kale, huh? I wonder who else we would see.
Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hist back when I was still teaching. And if you don't want to take my word for it, you can ask them. They were students at the time. They'll tell you what it was like, won't they?
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought
Gotcha.
havoc on my poor tail. so I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the academia. Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was especially known for being extremely principled.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal person. I can't imagine doing that as a sage.
Yeah, a lot more responsibilities.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her on as a student.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer it when people treat her like an older sister.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
I see. Good to know.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's not enough, order some more. After all your help today, treating you to dinner is the least I can do.
Yeah, and I'm sure he actually has all that Mora.
I thought I heard some familiar voices.
Oh my god,
And
Kaveh
Cyrus
is in here
as
too?
well.
Wow, we're gonna see Al-Haytham next.
Oh, Kaveh, it's been a while. Zahahadi was talking about you last month. How have you been?
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir. I'm glad to see it.
Have you eaten yet? Care to join us?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I'll have dinner a little bit later tonight. I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello.
Nice.
So what's the occasion, anyway? Some sort of celebration?
Correct.
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Cyrus vividly recounts the day's events.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there. My whole time as a student, I've never heard of anything remotely like that.
I can't believe how young the guy is. Oh, what are his parents going to think?
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised decisions. Their minds are still developing. It's just an unfortunate fact of life. But still, this boy has some nerve. Just look at what he wrote. Oh, it makes my blood boil.
Wow, yeah. Jeez.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. And then he just followed you into the house of Dana?
Yeah, pretty much.
If this were my son, oh, he'd get the scolding of a lifetime. Oh.
Luckily, I'm also an extremely principled person.
Kaveh! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming. I'll have to get going.
That was
Have a
aggressive.
nice evening, everyone. I'll catch you all another time.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too.
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now. Let's eat before the food gets cold.
We're all busy chatting. You forgot, almost forgot about the food. Look, it's still hot and you enjoy the meal.
Oh, too tasty. Paimon's belly is about to explode.
Oh, mine too. I'll have to walk home to burn some of it off.
Right.
Thanks for dinner, Sir
Good
Cyrus.
call.
Master Tainari and I will bring you some homemade herbal tea next time. It'll do wonders for your sleep.
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I trouble you to bring a little extra for the other old folks on my street? I'll be the envy of the neighborhood.
No problem at all. I'll pack some up and bring it over.
Thank you for treating us.
I'll see you all later. I better head home now and tend to the crops.
Good night, Professor. Don't let those tomatoes keep you up too late.
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business.
Oh, I
I'm
bet.
not about to be beaten by Zaha Hadi. Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Take care. Have a safe trip home.
All right. Now, we finally have some us time.
What do you mean, us time?
Right, the day's over, man.
I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought we could all go camping together. Think of it as our way of welcoming you back to Sumeru.
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun! Paimon's in!
Time to shout, yes,
Wait,
sir.
no, that's my job. Don't take it away from me.
That's funny.
Why don't you and Paimon help out Master or Cyno? You don't have to play the hero when you're out with us. This is your chance to just, you know, laze around and switch off for a bit.
I don't know if they can.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the southeast of Gandharvaville. No need to bring anything. We've already packed everything for the trip.
Oh, nice.
Just bring your delightful selves and prepare to have some fun.
You got it! We'll be there!
Great. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Do I have to do the time thingy? Yes, I do. So I hate when they make me do that. It's so annoying. Okay.
We're here!
What's going on, peoples?
Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the tents already.
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually. We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
Oh. Nice.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight.
You got it. Dinner's on us tonight.
Do we have to do the fishing minigame? I haven't done that in
I hope
years.
I can contribute too. The other Forest Watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave them here along with some fresh fruit.
Wow, camping with a Forest Watcher is the way to go.
Yeah, they know
think of
everything.
everything. And even if they
Yeah.
don't, they can improvise.
Yeah, I just said that.
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences along the way.
Yeah, you could say that again.
I see.
Fontaine was
Oh,
nuts.
in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings
my
using
God.
food.
All I wanted was to
I hate
recommend
it.
something bittersweet.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye!
She is
She
out.
sure made a run for it.
Oh, yeah. She made...
Unbelievable. She made
Oh
a
my
run
god,
for
they're all saying it. It's funny.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come to pass?
Yeah, probably.
My dear friend, you know what I am about
Oh
to
my
say.
god, no. Not now. I want to say not now because I'm not a huge fan of it. But I guess. I suppose.
Excellent. A kindred spirit. A great warrior can sense when a duel is nigh.
Yeah, I bet.
But it looks like we'll get told off if we start playing now.
Okay, great.
Let's enjoy the nature for a while longer.
Or just not play it at all. That's just not. Birds chirping away, the soothing sound of running water. This is nice. No agenda, just relax and enjoy yourself. Yeah, until it gets ruined. Because you know it's going to.
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Yeah, go get it. Yeah, no
Firewood,
urgency.
spices,
But okay.
snacks, and drinks. Everything's ready. Once Kale gets back, we can light up the fire and start grilling.
Very nice. I didn't have to do it this time. They did it for me, the time thing. This is so relaxing. Why isn't this voiced? I hate it. I hate that it's not voiced. It's just so nice to go camping with friends.
There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
It doesn't matter, right?
The one on the left.
Yeah, whatever she says.
Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True. But it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalking fungi around tonight, they might stumble into your tent.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon. You can use it to bar the entrance.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Yeah, with that fancy freaking polearm he has.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
Okay, great.
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue?
Always. Oh, it smells so good. Paimon's drooling.
Someone sure is desperate to eat.
She always is.
I think it's time to add the seasoning. How do you like your skewers? Well done? Medium? Rare?
Wait, what? Isn't that just for steaks?
Hey, if it works for steak, maybe it works for other things too.
It
Medium well for me.
does for some things, not
Okay,
a lot.
these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants theirs well done.
Well, I'm gonna dig in. Everyone wolfs down the delicious food.
Oh, that was so delicious. If Paimon's stomach had space, she'd eat 3 more skewers.
I ate a lot too. Here comes the food coma.
Yeah.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Cyno and I will clean up.
Tonight I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will take place another day.
Okay, great. I'm sure it's gonna be like at the end of this quest.
Good
So we'll probably have to get a deck ready.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Right.
Wait, you were actually being serious about that?
He always is.
It's a very powerful weapon. Try it.
Paimon can't even lift that thing.
Fair enough. You sure you don't want it?
No, we want it. I'll take
yeah,
a.
Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And
Listen,
even if
I'll
we
take
do
a
get
5-star
an uninvited
pole
guest
arm
in the night,
anytime.
Paimon will be here to take care of the traveler.
Hey, it's not the dull blade. It's like the next one up. Let's not forget I have my own trusty sword, divine artifact. Yes.
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. But right now, it's time to rest.
Yeah, it's like dull blade and like iron blade or something like that. The camping trip has really relaxed me. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. In the peace and tranquility of the forest, nature's warm embrace. Okay. Push you to sleep. Got it.
I think they should all be here.
Wait, what?
Traveler? Paimon? Are you in there? Could you come outside for a sec?
Oh, damn. I was joking about Al-Haytham, but...
Look
okay,
at this.
great. So yeah, we are gonna see the boys. This is great. This is amazing.
What the? What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
Yeah, that's the plan.
What? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this?
I don't... Morning, I guess? Those voices I recognize.
Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah!
I'm going back to...
Oh, hey, them.
She's knocked out.
What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night.
Huh? Why did they come all the way out here?
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation on our hands.
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
Yes, he told you something was gonna happen. But say Traveler want no part.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, tell us. Let's talk about it.
Huh? Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup
Okay.
too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
Those are supposed to be cookies?
They are. And so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. He was hosting a dinner for Cyno, Tighnari, Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table.
Yeah.
At least I think that's what it was. It looked pretty good.
Sounds like they're all tangled up in this.
I
You
guess.
know what it's about, right?
Whatever that is.
16-year-old kid tried to extort Cyrus. He was asking for 10 million mora.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take them long to catch the culprit. The sages are probably dealing with the case by now.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that I've never seen before. Really caught my eye.
Yeah, the thing in the background. I pointed that out.
Give me a sec. I'll sketch it out for you.
But they went on about the ink and the type of paper. Okay, sketching. Stand by. Wow, this is what is happening. Hello? Well, that was weird. Okay. So, I waited around in that flashback when Kave was drawing the symbol or whatever he saw. And nothing was happening. So I exit out of my game, like Alt Tab, hit close it out. Then when I loaded back in, it made me in a domain, but I just kept falling and dying. So I had to leave the game again, and verify file integrity. That fixed it. Thank goodness, because I didn't want to do like uninstall or whatever else I would need to do. So we're back, and we're gonna continue. That was really weird.
Are beautiful creatures. They...
Yeah, and apparently I'm in Alhaitham's home for whatever reason. I don't know why, but that's where I'm at. So we're just gonna go back to the tent, I guess, and see what's that about. I don't know where in the story we're gonna pick up at. So yeah, that was really weird.
I think they should all be here.
Ah, they put me back here. Okay, great.
Traveler? Paimon?
I'll see you
Are
in a
you
second.
in there? Could you come outside
Hold
for
on.
a sec?
Shut up, Kave. I'll see you in a second when we get back to where we was.
Cyrus showed me the extortion. Give me a sec. I'll sketch it out for you.
Okay, yes. Let's go through this again. At least we hear noise of the paper
Okay,
this time.
done. Take a look.
There we go.
You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before. God knows where the culprit got it from.
I mean, they said it was made from plant-based, right? Well, they don't know that.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
What? Really?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. And the crisscrossing and mirroring here, I recognize that too. It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem, one that hasn't been used in a very long time.
I see.
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
We don't know what that is. I'll hasten explain.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right. So we went looking for you. This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tainari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. But the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping. Then, just as we
Fantastic.
were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged a few words, and then he ran off.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that emblem you were talking about? The Temple of Silence?
Yeah, explain
Is
that.
everything okay? Give me a second. Let me get Kale.
Yeah, get the whole crew up in here.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? Well, to put it simply, it's an organization that has existed in Sumeru for over 1,000 years.
That's a long
These
time.
days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information and documents not fit for public dissemination.
Okay.
At least, that's what they tell the outside world. In truth, it's essentially a vestigial institution nowadays. There's an office with their name on it, but it's functionally obsolete.
And no one's there, I'm sure.
Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret and the greatest of all sages. Most of the organization's members hailed from the desert. By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region, nor do they use any symbols connected with the desert folk.
So the Temple of Silence at the Academia is just a fake? Wow.
It's possible. The real question is, why? My guess is they're covering something up.
Yeah, they're definitely hiding something.
So, how do you know all this? Sounds like some pretty top secret stuff.
I'm sure when he was like a scribe, he learned some stuff.
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand
Yeah,
Sage.
that too. Yeah.
And kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
Nice, smart man.
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that. So you took the chance to read all the top secret documents while you were acting Grand Sage, huh?
I would too.
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that that's a perfectly normal part of any job.
Yeah, you're covering your ass.
So much
I get
about
it.
this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of Silence appear on a threat letter from an academia student to Cyrus? The student's only 16 and doesn't have any family ties to the desert. So where could he have seen that emblem or gotten the paper?
I'm pretty sure he was just a fall guy, right?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes? Did you tell him what you've just told us?
Yep. He ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
Oh, he's probably going back to
Given
academia.
that Cyrus is involved, he's probably halfway through solving the case by now. Still, we should try to catch up with him. At this hour of the night, Cyno will probably go looking for Cyrus at his current residence.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this emblem can't be good.
Yeah,
Sure to stir up
probably
trouble.
not.
We should pay a visit to the Academia.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth about their office.
Oh, yeah.
You can ask him to tell you what he knows. The more information we have, the better prepared we'll be for whatever happens there.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a bigger conspiracy.
Oh, man, this is gonna get crazy real
Kale.
fast.
Could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out for Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, you two come with me. We'll go after Cyno.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, yeah.
Cyrus has been living
Got
in
all
the
the
city
crew back
lately.
together
He
again.
rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
True.
Then let's go look for him there.
Oh, man. The crew's back to making this insane Ocean's 13 nonsense that they did in the Archon Quest. Alright, I'll leave this episode off here. That was weird. I apologize for that, even though it wasn't my fault. But I'll take responsibility for it anyway. Hoyo, fix your game. Okay, that should not have happened. Oh man, okay. Until part 2, whenever I upload that later.